So as you guys know, I've been overhauling a lot of my tanks, and nothing needs an overhaul as bad as this one. This needs a complete overhaul. I'm talking substrate, everything. This tank has been up and running for probably 5 years and maybe longer. So I was actually in the process of overhauling this tank, and as you can see, I've already got the 3D background in there, when I noticed all of the silicone over here chipping. You can't really see it, it's not focusing on it, but it's like flaking off. When I do water changes, I can see it bubble and separate. So immediately I stopped the overhaul on this tank, and we're just gonna have to replace it. Now, while I was overhauling this tank, I had the heater out, and I actually broke the heater by stepping on it. So that was pretty awesome. And I know if you guys have been on my channel for a while, you know that I generally don't use heaters. Well, there are 3 exceptions to the rule. Pleco tanks, so there's a zebra pleco, there's L184s, there was a rubber lip right here, here's another one right there, down in here we go, we can see leopard frog plecos there and there. Then we have the monster, a mono shrimp there, other fish in here, there's a Teleogramma brichardi, who is super awesome, but he hangs out back under there. You can see that little cave right there, that's where he's in. And then these cute little Corydora lortoensis here. And they're hanging out in there, as you can see, kinda, I don't know, there's tons of algae in here. So another exception to the rule are fry tanks. You can see a little fry right here, it's not wanting to focus on them. There we go, this tank is in a blackout. I just turned the lights on, they're probably a little spooked, but I'm blacking out this tank to get rid of all the duckweed up there. But anyway, so yes, fry in the tank is an exception. I do like to make it nice and warm for them. And then one more exception to the rule. And then the last exception to the rule is, of course, the quarantine tank. I like to keep this in the low 80s. There's lots of fish in here. I'm not even going to try to pronounce the name of these catfish, but I'll put the name in there for you to see. There's 50 Corydoras pygmaeus in there, and also 20 autocinklus. You can see a couple on the sponge there. Just some floating plants, some wood, and meds is all these guys get. You know, some of these fish have been in here for weeks now, but I keep getting more when I don't plan on getting more, so they're all just kind of going through the quarantine process together. We'll definitely get a video on the pygmaeus once they're out. Well, actually on all these fish. So back to this guy here. I had to head down to the aquarium co-op and pick up some heaters. I figured might as well get some good ones. Got a good deal on these guys. So this is what's going to go in here. The Fluval E100. And we're just going to put it right back here below the filter that I have turned off right now, so it's not splashing and making extra noise. Alright, here we go. Nice fancy unboxing for you. This is the one that has the LED, if you couldn't notice from the picture on the box. And it 3 colors, blue, red, and green. Green means good, red means bad, blue means you're sad, I don't know. But it does have 3 suction cups on there, which I like because the suction cups always go bad, it seems. And you have to boil them and recharge them, whatever. But yeah, let's get this bad boy installed. Alright, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to see that, but you can see the blue is flashing. It says 64 degrees, which is not the case, but it's slowly rising. So we're just going to mount this at an angle here. Again, this is right below the outtake to the hang on back filter, which I'm going to make a mess now, is right there. And so why we keep this angled is the heater element's down here, the thermostat is up here, so if it was straight up and down, the heat would just rise right into the thermostat and turn off. So pretty good idea to keep them angled. Also, you want good water flow, so we keep them right next to the hang-on back. Get all that junk off of there. So we're gonna let this thing sit for a little while, calibrate, and then check back in. Alright guys, the eel and the ropefish are both out, so I figured we'd take a quick peek at them. There is the ropefish. The eel is over here. Now this water is full of tannins. This big piece of wood right here just keeps this water extremely yellow. Now I haven't been fertilizing this tank, so the plants aren't doing that great. For some reason it just really doesn't want to focus on his head. He's waiting for me to drop in some bloodworms, but he already got fed today. Probably should have filmed that. Of course, here we have the Corydoras Peru Bondi, or Bondi, not really sure, from Peru, obviously. There we go, finally got it to focus on his head. He's definitely curious. He doesn't hide hardly at all. He is always out, or she, which is nice. Definitely was shy when I first got it, but not anymore. Still has no name, but there you go. The eel, haven't shown in a while. So in case you're wondering, I still have the carpet python. Somebody asked me about her in the last live stream. So here you go. She's waiting for her rat, which she won't get till tomorrow. She's like, hey dude, where's my food? So I would take her out for you, but as you can see, she's going through a hole in the back of this planter, so she's wound up in there pretty good. so I can't pull her out, but still doing pretty well. All right, give you guys a quick update on the paludarium here. Doing well. There you can see the male. The babies were out this morning, but I'm not really seeing them now. They always hang out on this rock, basking in the heat. This moss is so far doing well. Growing over here, one little brown spot over there, but that's not bad. There he goes. This plant is doing really well. Same with these two here. This one, besides getting trampled along through here, is sending out runners and doing well. The ferns, not doing so hot. You can see them kind of dying off there, but everything else, this palm right here, doing well. The Christmas moss over here has definitely seen better days, but the babies actually climb up there and they hang out over there sometimes. I turned off the filter so we don't have to listen to the trickle sound, but now I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick them up, but there are springtails. There's babies down there in that little puddle. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to see them, but I did add springtails. I'm still looking for isopods locally, as it's a bit cold for shipping. I don't want to risk it. But springtails, last time I looked, hard for the camera to pick it up, especially with all the spots on the glass. Maybe see some over here. I can see them like looking at them, but I can't see them when I'm looking through the viewfinder. Of course, I haven't shown this tank in a while either. We have some algae buildup. The neon, this is a 20-gallon neon tank. These neons were supposed to go in my 125, but they're pretty much constantly sick. So they're just gonna stay in here. I've treated them with so many different types of meds. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see, but you can see one there on the top left. Got like that white spot on the end of his tail. It just doesn't go away. It goes away for about 2 months and it always comes back. I don't know if I just got a bad batch of neons, but the rasboras, they're not affected. The shrimp are not affected. And there's one bristlenose pleco in there as well. But yeah, it's just these pesky neons. They just don't stay healthy. I don't know why. I've never had an issue with them before, but definitely having issues with them now. And then also a quick update on the 75-gallon here that we redid and put in the 3D background there. Still doing pretty well. I finally decided on plants. I'm going to do crypts and lots of them. I haven't got them in yet. Hopefully next week. And then I'm going to leave the jungle val in here so it'll just kind of grow wherever it wants to go. But I'm going to do crypt undulata and crypt balanese, something like that. I don't know. But those are the two I ordered. Hopefully they'll be here next week and we can start to plant this tank and get it looking good as well. And who remembers this tank, the 30-gallon long that I destroyed and took all the hardscape and plants out for the 125-gallon? Is starting to recover. The water is pretty hazy. Nothing wrong with that though. We got all kinds of moss growing along the bottom. And then we got a huge clump of just stuff floating around in here. There's stargrass. What else? Mainly this is just stargrass actually. Some moss. And then we have Pogostemum stellatus octopus growing really well on this side. And of course all kinds of duckweed. There is a betta fish. Shrimp everywhere in here. Of course, here we go. Maybe we can focus over here. There we go. All kinds of shrimp in here. So I'm probably gonna end up taking this tank down and replacing it with a 40-gallon because I got all this space up front and this stand is perfect for 40 gallons. So probably get rid of this one in the next $1 per gallon sale when I replace the other one, and we'll have another tank to set up. So here's another quick update I haven't shown in a while. The 12x12x18 Exoterra terrarium that used to house my thumbnail dart frogs that were abducted by aliens. Now we have a baby. There we go. Oh! Alright, so while I was shooting that terrarium and trying to show you the new inhabitant, this baby day gecko, Madagascar day gecko, she decided to jump out. It is a female. She's now up on my wall. Yeah, this should be fun. These guys are insanely fast. So I'm going to put the camera down, try to catch her. Hopefully she doesn't stress and drop her tail. But there you go. There's the new inhabitant, this baby day gecko. Alright, all is back to normal. She is back in the terrarium. I did order a, what is it, the 12x12x24, I believe? The taller of these terrariums, so she is going to get a bigger home here soon. But yeah, there she is. Never shown on the channel before. So it's been a few hours. I'm just checking in on the heater here. And I don't know that we're going to be able to focus on that. But there is the back half of the Teleogramma brishardi. Probably can't tell, but right around there. The heater here is taking a little while. We're only at 71. This is a 100-watt heater in a 40-gallon tank, and I'm kind of surprised how long it's taking. I'm gonna just reach in here and verify. 78 right there. I'll bump it up to 79. Actually, we'll just go an even 80. There we go, 80 degrees. All right, well this is gonna take a while, so I'm just gonna put it, oh, a mono shrimp. Sorry about that, buddy. Just gonna put this in its permanent spot. And this will be the end of this heater for now. It's clearly working, it's just gonna take a while. So the Crypt Florida Sunset here is slowly rebounding. I really did a number on this stuff and killed it off. And over here, this is the Crypt Pink Flamingo. So I thought it was all gonna melt back. Some of it has, but this one right here is doing really well. It's starting to come back. A really, really slow grower, but hopefully these ones will recover. The one on the right there is looking pretty good, if it would focus. Yeah, pretty happy about this guy right here, even though it's only about the size of a 50-cent piece. It'll get bigger. Just takes patience. All right, everyone, there you go. I hope you enjoyed all the updates. There's a few more tanks that I didn't show, but honestly, that is just about all my tanks right now. People have been asking for a fish room tour, and I haven't done it because there's really not a whole lot going on in here right now. I can see 5 empty tanks right now, so there's just not a lot of content for a whole fish room tour. Just kind of giving you some quick updates on what's been going on and what's to come. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you're not, and I'll see you all next time.